Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
The cult of Xylie shall commence after this last song. And we're going to get started. And it's probably going to get a little heated.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? Are we doing good? Are we doing good? I'm doing great. You want to know why I'm doing great? I'm going to tell you why I'm doing great. I'm doing great because I feel like I love it when I can affect people so much. Little old me and my own little channel can affect people so much. I love it. I absolutely love it. We're going to go over Nick's video tonight. Tomorrow is going to be the member stream. Guys, I forgot that I scheduled a member stream for 3 o'clock today. I saw the cult uprising in there, and it was actually hilarious. Sorry about that. But it will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock, okay? Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we will have our super secret cult meeting, all right? But it was hilarious how y'all took over the channel for like 30 minutes. I saw that, and apparently Gaming Witch is y'all's leader. That was something of surprise, let me tell you. We needed something to entertain ourselves, obviously. So, there's something else that I'm going to be talking about tonight. Just in case you didn't see. Hold on. Opening up a diet cream soda. Give me a second. Okay, so this was the chain of events for me today. Oh, I'm not showing it. I'll make sure I'm not showing DMs. I'm not. Okay. So, I wake up and I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff about, oh my God, people are getting privacy struck, right? And me and Chris had a conversation on Twitter, and he goes, oh, Cloudy, thank you for joining Just Saying Squad. I appreciate it. Chris goes, I asked him, did he get one? He went, not yet, which is interesting. It seems to be kind of indiscriminate blanket complaints. What about you? At 10:58 a.m., Pumpkin, stop. At 10:58 a.m., I said, nah, I just checked. None for me. Yeah. I went back and checked. I guess it was around 2. I thought it was around 1. Somewhere around between 1 and 2. And I got 5. Now let's go down Lyrics' thread here. Real quick before we get started with the video. Breaking MamaMax. Me and multiple other YouTubers have all received privacy complaints from YouTube on our MamaMax videos, despite none of us doxing personal information about him. They were all sent about 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. Remember that time, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning in Max's time, okay? These are the emails I personally was sent from an email called Privacy Support in YouTube. Could be real or fake. I don't know. I can tell you they're real. I've never gotten an email from them before, but it claims an entire 2 hours of my recent stream yesterday showed privacy info plus my whole Nexpo call video. These are the videos that were given the privacy complaint for reference. It's two. It's 2 videos. Two videos! Coincidentally, my most recent coverage going over the Nick New video and call on stream, plus my most popular video on the topic, the Nexpo call. So far, this has happened to Chud Logic, Big Bungie, Matt Pitt as well. And all the privacy complaints claim that the private content isn't at specific timestamps, but instead the entire video or stream. This seems like clearly Max. We'll update thread if it comes out. Nick also got 1 privacy complaint from the first 40 minutes of his YouTube call. Mudahar and Toastify also got 1 privacy complaint. 1. Xylie just got hit with the most privacy complaints so far, with 5. When one being as far back as 2 months ago. So let's go ahead and look into what I did. Here's my tweet. I just got hit for 5 privacy complaints. Now remember, it was 11 in the morning. It was almost 11 in the morning when I checked. These shits happened. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me move my girl here. Hold on. Let me move her. Move her real quick. I got hit at 12:01, 12:03, 12:05, 12:08 p.m., 12:13 p.m. I got hit at noon today for 5. So whoever was hitting everybody else at 4 in the morning, they woke up and really chose violence with my MamaMax playlist. Five. Somebody's really mad, huh? How can you be this mad at little old me and my little channel? I'm just a little old me. Why are you mad, boo? Did I get under your skin that much? Did I embarrass you that much? Did I make you that mad? Good. So these are the videos that they got. They got these 3 right here. They got my Tommy C and MamaMax one from 2 months ago. Got my MamaMax one and my Tommy C one from 2 freaking months ago. And then one of my newer ones. 5 fucking videos, yo. 5 videos. Look, I personally don't have any proof that it's Max and Spencer. But what kind of tells me that it's Max or Spencer is the simple fact that I got 5 of them. Because that seems really fucking personal to me. Like, Chud Logic has like 1,001 videos on it. You got 1. I feel like it's personal. I feel like it's real personal. That's why I think it's them doing it. Now, there is absolutely a chance that is not them. So I can only tell you what I feel because I don't know for a fact. But I tell you what. If this is an attempt to shut me up, y'all have obviously never seen my content before. And you obviously don't know me. And Wednesday is going to be amazing when we go over that story. Because, Spencer, I got something for you. We're going to have a biology class. We're going to teach the men in the audience about a woman's body. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to do all that. Christina, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. Okay, my alert should be on. Oh, shit. Hold on. Now I have to clean this up. Damn it. It's your fault. It's your fault, ma'am. No, you're good. Stop. I'm trying to work. Yes, I'm about to be the gym health teacher on Wednesday. And plus, there's, like, inconsistencies everywhere. Give me a 1 in the chat if you caught the live stream last night. Whether you watched it through Doc on the Radio, or Nick, or Now Recording. Yeah, hell yeah. No, that was a really, I have to say, that was a really fun live stream to do last night. And I am completely honored that, Nick had me come on. It was really good. I can't wait for his edited version to come out. Well, Now Recording still has their up. After, Nick's stream, after we got off Nick's stream, we turned around and, played Blazing Eights. Now Recording stream for 10 hours yesterday. It was one of the best streams you ever seen on YouTube. It was fun to do, bro. It was a lot of fun to do. I really enjoyed it. So, I don't know. I just wanted to keep y'all, on the up and up on that. And yes, the timestamps for most of those streams start into my music. And basically the whole stream. They're doing a privacy complaint for the whole stream. Every single one of those videos are live streams. Every single one of them. All 5 of them. I just think it was personal. That makes me believe that I want to say it's either Max and Spencer, or it's someone who's a stan of theirs, or somebody in that camp. I truly believe it's somebody in that camp. Yeah, one of them, I want to say it was 2 or 3 of them, that the claim started into the music. One of them was like a minute in. Y'all know I play 2, maybe 3 songs before I start a live stream. Yeah, they still have people in their camp. They're always going to have people in their camp. Well, Doc put out a tweet saying that he's proud to say that he hadn't got hit yet, and I gave him a middle finger, rightfully so. Because I'm like, fuck you, bro, I got hit by 5. So, the Leviathans. Wow, that's just nuts with all the infos come out. Yeah, Luna, right? So, we're about to watch this Nicholas DeOrio video. I do have a lot of things to say. I didn't watch anybody's reaction to the video. Like, I left Chris when he started reacting to the video. And I walked in on Chud talking to DeOrio. Not walked in, but went into the stream. When Chud was talking to DeOrio. And they were kind of talking about it, and it looks like Chud was kind of thinking the way I was thinking. But we'll get to it when we get to it, because I have some serious issues, not with Nick, but with the story. So, put a 1 in the chat if you are ready to get started. Yeah, that leak call was something else, Haven. I I'd like to know where Spencer was crying in that call. Remember that Discord message where she talked about all she did was cry in that call? Where were you crying? Where in that call were you crying? Girl, please. So, all right. Well, let's get started.
When I set out to discuss MamaMax and made an extremely detailed deep dive into his past and present actions, I could never have imagined how far he would fall mere days after my video was released. For this reason, I feel like moving on from the situation too soon would be a disservice to both my audience and the community. Without further ado, I give you MamaMax.
I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you, and I choose not to. It's true, though. It's the truth. Like, I'm the...
I love to hear the canceled talking about canceling somebody else. I find it amazing. Honestly, I find it amazing. Hey, I absolutely love that intro. I love that intro. Has Charlie responded to the MamaMax clip yet? I don't know. I don't think he has. I don't know.
Okay, so just to catch you up, MamaMax claims to be a filmmaker who empowers children, but he's actually a con artist who fakes large portions of his predator hunting content.
I am presenting it as if it were to be real, but I didn't think people would take it as that.
But wait,
No, you literally lied to your people. It's like I pointed out last night in the live stream. Remember when he had that video that a lot of people used in their videos where he was talking to people in his Discord and it was about the Casey chick? Where in the video he said that she passed away and that girl didn't know that, and then he told her that Casey was fine and she was like, oh my God, thank God. They actually believed you, Max. And people have been giving you money on Discord based off of a lie because they thought you were something that you clearly were not. You literally are LARPing to be a hero. You're not a hero, Max. You're a zero. That's what I mean. Patreon stripes. Yes, Crystal, I got hit by 5. I just got finished talking about it. Yeah, I got hit by 5 of them.
hunt files. You don't think that people are going to think your videos are real?
That's the thing. So I want everyone, when you watch my video, to assume everything is fake.
Oh, I have this sped up to 1.25, by the way. Just to let you know.
Except, like, when I show a piece of face and what they're doing.
MamaMax is also not the type of predator hunter who actively tries to send your abuser to prison. So you've never actually gotten a pedophile arrested?
Not to my knowledge.
His methods include sensing those predators himself and awkwardly wondering why the police just won't do anything.
I'm also actually going to start interviewing police because I know they all want to arrest them. It's just the law binds them.
Despite his long, storied history of catching exactly 0 predators in his 5 years of hunting, MamaMax has attempted and failed to help multiple girls claiming to be abused and previously indoctrinated in a cult.
Max is supposed to be the one bringing the story across to everyone. And yes, if in the case that everything is actually...
Why is it my job? Yeah, why?
Doe says, I think MamaMax is trying to silence the smaller creators by hitting them with more strikes, as it's harder for smaller creators to speak up. It's not hard for me to speak up. I will scream bloody murder. I do not care. It ain't hard for me to speak up. At all. I will not be pushed around. And the more you tell me to shut up, the more I'm going to talk. And the more you tell me to be quiet, the fucking louder I will get. And if I have to get to an uncomfortable loud, I will.
Are you putting it all on me?
To put things plainly, Max has no idea what he's doing and has created a circus around these women. Today, I would like to take the time to discuss with you several things that I left out of my previous video, Max's responses to our coverage, and I would like to personally introduce you to the members that previously populated Max's friend group. They're eager to share some testimony of their own regarding Max's character.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
Prior to myself and Mudahar publishing our videos, MamaMax tried to get out ahead by releasing a video of his own. This abomination was titled, I Place Accountability into My Own Hands, which is hilarious because absolutely no account.
That video was an abomination. his accountability video was so bad. He absolutely, there was no accountability to be taken because he literally once again hid behind the victims to make you feel sorry and to have that shield. What kind of human being does that? If you're supposed to be the hero, then you are supposed to be the one to step up in front and take those bullets. That's what a hero does. A hero doesn't duck and dive behind the victims like you do, Max. That's what a hero stands in front and go, I'll take it all. They don't hide behind people like you do, Max.
Accountability was taken by Max. The truth is, we knew Max was going to pull this stunt. In fact, he vaguely threatened Mutahar by saying he, Muta, will appear on the wrong side of history. And he threw in a far more direct, this will get very ugly for you and your brand, in there just for good measure. If you watched my last video, or really anyone else's coverage, this was the upload that contained the infamous hug. Ladies and gentlemen, we made him cry. The entire video was fishing for sympathy, and I'm just going to be honest, Max is not going to be getting any from me in this video. One of the largest criticisms against Max is that he hides behind his abuse survivors like a coward, and no example that I've shown you up to this point comes close to what you're about to see.
I hope you can all understand my position. We are living in a world where survivors scream for help and no one wants to listen.
That was the night where he had induced my last marriage.
But you know, the transformation process is really dangerous on your body, especially because you're young. So from there, she had me like put stuff in my body and told me to pretend it was like his penis.
During the midst of it, I tried to scream out.
We interrupt your sympathy baiting and bitching to play a sexual abuse survivor sample platter to really pull at your heartstrings. I don't need to tell you.
That's exactly what it was for. That's exactly what it was for. It was just to pull at the heartstrings. It was for you to feel sorry for him. I'm telling you right now, girls, he don't give a fuck about you. He does not give a fuck about you. He's LARPing to give a fuck about you. He doesn't care about you at all. All he cares about is his image. And he doesn't realize how bad he has messed that up. It's very sad, Peachy. And it's gross, Toasty, yes. Hey, he cares about the money, and we all know Spencer cares about the money. Oh, but we'll get to that later. That'll be Wednesday, okay? I'm just saying.
This is extremely manipulative and disgusting behavior. This video also includes some of my favorite quotes ever.
You can't just tell your story anymore. Now you need concrete evidence.
Yeah, no shit, jackass. Ironically enough, despite throwing shade towards myself and Mutahar, Moist Critical gets a long, thorough glazing in this video.
I'm sorry to Charlie for dragging him into a case that is not necessarily his fight. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry.
What about the apologies that you need to give everybody else? Huh? Joe Mega for $4.99. Greatest ego boost. I technically put away as many Preds as a YouTuber Pred Hunter. True. Thank you for the $4.99, Joe Mega. I appreciate it.
Sorry to Charlie. I really am sorry. I did not mean to make you upset. We just need help.
I was about as confused as you probably are here when I first watched this. As of a few days before my video, Charlie was actually still the only person willing to sit down and chat with Max and Spencer.
So we decided to reschedule.
And what happened with that?
We are waiting for Charlie to get back to us because we are going to fit it with his schedule.
So then why are you putting this weird blame on me?
Even after Max, the Predator Hunter, clickbaited him and upset him personally, Charlie was still willing to make time to meet with Max. The reality was, this is probably Max's last chance to get a large YouTuber involved, and well, he hadn't chased him away just yet.
I hope it's clear why I'm so willing to just call him a cult leader and sexual predator. I feel there's enough here. People have gone by with a lot less. Even Charlie has called people pedophiles without any hard evidence.
Who specifically?
Who was it? Was it Sneeko?
Max released this video alongside...
He didn't even know who he was talking about. I'm telling y'all, and I still believe it to this day. I don't think Max does any of the hard lifting with anything that he has done. I think his people or his audience does all the doxing for him. You can see with YouTube, pick a side YouTube, I almost said YouTube wake up. Pick a side YouTube, PedoTube, and all the other shit. He had other people do really the heavy lifting. Remember that pick a side YouTube video? He was at the beginning and the end. Most of it was everybody else's stuff. He doesn't do the hard lifting. He is literally the face and the voice of his channel. That's it. Yeah, exactly, Luna. He tells his audience to go and find. Exactly. And yes, Nico did deserve it for liking cuties.
At a brand new GoFundMe. After months of Patreon support and the recent wave of criticism, Max thought asking for more money was a good idea. People were also quick to point out that Spencer, one of the girls that Max is currently representing, has the role of financial manager for all of the other survivors. Spencer, who might I remind you, is literally homeless and living in Max's house, is now in charge of everyone else's money.
I don't think y'all understand, like, the relationship here.
This is wildly inappropriate, and Max has not
November 19th. Hey, would anyone be willing to send me 20 to get some baby wipes, diapers, and eggs? Why in the hell is a survivor on Facebook in November asking for that? And she's not even asking for something crazy. It's literally for baby wipes, diapers, and eggs. Why is a survivor asking for that? Why? It makes no sense. It's gross. It's absolutely gross.
Detailed how these funds are being distributed or which survivors have actually gotten a percentage of the money raised thus far.
You can release it with their approval.
And then if the evidence isn't substantial enough, I'm putting myself in a defamation issue.
So you don't believe them?
There's a difference between believing somebody and being willing to...
I just sent it to you. Testimonials can serve as evidence.
Yeah, the judge and jury must consider whether the witness statement is credible alongside looking at other forms of evidence.
Dude, this is so... We're not even in court right now, and you're talking about what could potentially get a conviction while you're trying to go to the court of...
He doesn't know the process, remember? He doesn't know the process of court. He doesn't understand the court system. He doesn't even understand who's the one that does the damn prosecuting. He doesn't know the system. He doesn't know shit. And Miss Law and Order SVU, she should at least know because, my God, we all know how much she loves that show. She couldn't stop talking about it in her damn interview with Red Pagan, which, by the way, I have downloaded and will get timestamps and we will go over it. Privacy strike that, bitch.
social media, and you're telling them you don't have any fucking evidence. You're taking the wrong stuff to the wrong place, dude. If you thought his last video was rushed, the next one looks like it was thrown together in about 20 minutes. Unlike the quote-unquote accountability video, Max's post-video response was locked behind his Patreon. We are not beating the grifter allegations today, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, the GoFundMe that Max launched where all the money was being managed by Max's homeless survivor he's currently representing ended up getting shut down in mere hours. I went to sleep, woke up, and it was gone.
We stand at a pivotal moment in history for the voices.
Okay, this was... Okay. Oh, God. Going through these tweets that he put behind his writing in that bullshit little video he put on his Patreon, I swear I feel like he timed some of them on purpose. Because, you know, he's all artsy and shit like that.
Of child sex crime survivors. The silence has already been overwhelming, and now powerful forces are trying to further mute our efforts.
Yeah, Max, powerful forces are trying to stop you, like your gigantic ego and rampant narcissism, or, I guess, the law.
Because I know they all want to arrest them, it's just the law binds them.
The rest of this video is just a bad speech where Max places blame entirely on the dissenting voices, such as commentary YouTubers, and announces an entire separate documentary called Silence.
Beckett told us to hate Raid and said he hopes you aren't doing well. Well, you know what, Beckett? I'll just have to make Beckett not my bestie anymore. So send that message back to Beckett. Tell him I said he is not the bestie anymore. NBC gives 333. Next on Law and Order SVU, allegations are evidence, or all are convicted. Thank you, NBC. I appreciate that.
All survivors, where he will no doubt embarrass himself further. I personally think that Max should invest this time into a self-reflective sister project called Exploiting All Survivors. It could be about the dangers of fabricating evidence and the morality of doing it while you're making $15,000 a month on Patreon from the abuse survivors in your audience. But look, I'm not a documentarian. In the background of this video, MamaMax chose to include a scroll through of the trending page to showcase the discourse after my video released. What happened next, I assume, was an oversight. This is an actual screenshot from Max's video. Yeah, your eyes do not deceive you.
I don't think it was an oversight. I really don't. I think Nick is being very charitable by saying it's an oversight. I don't think it was an oversight at all.
Max included a screenshot of my avatar crudely photoshopped onto the face of Derek Chauvin with the caption, "We stand at a pivotal moment in history for the voices of child sex crime survivors. Powerful forces are trying to further..."
I love you, Beckett.
Mute our efforts. This is really weird and uncomfortable. And yes, this is the same guy who thinks he's the Martin Luther King of predator hunters.
Dude, yeah, I love these guys. Always keeps me on my mission, I think, and the importance of my mission, of our mission.
What mission? You haven't done shit. Is that MLK on his wall? Give me a break.
I have a dream.
By the way, happy Max History Month. As you can
Nicholas DeOrio. This is why I constantly call these guys little shits in the background. If I could get $1 for every time I call one of them a little shit, I would be a millionaire. Okay? Just saying. Yes, we're still besties. Yeah, I do it. I say it to Beckett too, I think. I call everybody a little shit. Yeah, Squatching did amazing with that drawing.
Probably imagine neither of these responses were able to stop the bleeding. Max's YouTube channel would go on to lose 47,000 subscribers in the month of January. To make matters...
Aww. Man. I wish I could feel sorry for you. Max, I wish I could still feel sorry for you. But don't worry, I'm still subscribed with the bell on because I can't wait for your return. I can't wait for it. Because I'll be there with bells on. And I'll do a lot of talking in the chat. Don't you worry. You'll have to get rid of me. Just saying.
Worse, Max was losing support from the survivors that he'd been trying to help in his inner circle. It's also worth mentioning that all of Camden's videos, including the apology video we just watched, have been removed from Max's public-facing YouTube channel. This includes all the live streams as well, but does not extend to things like anything Spencer has released. Remember that, by the way. Compartmentalize it. If MamaMax did lose support, the following segment is most likely the reason why. If he didn't lose support, the mistakes he made here absolutely should be the reason for the remaining holdouts to drop him. Leaked images started dropping from inside the Survivor Discord, and this was both concerning and really funny. MamaMax was trying to convince the survivors to help him sue Mudahar, who's really rich of...
Bro. Spencer and I are considering a class action lawsuit against Mudahar for breaching our non-disclosure agreement, inciting harassment on live streams, defamation, and causing emotional distress. How did Mudahar incite harassment on live streams? Max, 1, you were the dumbass that decided to go live. Okay? And 2, you're the dumbass that decided to let people join your live stream to tell you how you were fucking up. Nobody incited that. I mean, you spent over an hour begging for me to go up there, and look what happened. Look what happened. And every single person that went up there was telling you exactly how it was. Every single one of them on every single live stream. Smaggle went up there and he was preaching. Like, what? No, he probably still doesn't have an idea.
Apparently.
In this, he types, at everyone, Spencer and I, Spencer being his lead witness in this vampire sex cult case, are considering a class action lawsuit against Mutahar for breaching our non-disclosure agreement. He's extremely rich, so the lawsuit seeks...
Lunar Lizzie, that's 1,000% correct. MamaMax was stupid to get involved with the commentary community. They check things out. Yes. Yes, they do. 100%. Yes. Because guess what? Here's the one thing I do appreciate about the commentary community. Hold on, I'll get to the donation in a second. Here's the one thing I appreciate about the commentary community. And believe me, I know because I got checked myself. Okay? The one thing in the commentary community is we self-police. We do self-police. If somebody puts shit out there that's not right, we check them. If somebody says stupid shit on a live stream that they went too far, we check them. Believe me, I know. I went through that. And I had to step back, regroup, gather myself, and make sure not to do it again. We do self-police, and I appreciate that. So if we don't let our own get away with it, what makes you think we're going to let anybody else get away with it? Yeah, actual peer review, yes. You know? For the love of sports, Max should take tips from Johnny, whatever his name was, on how much he likes to make things about himself and hide the truth. True, Johnny Silvestri, that's who you're talking about. Thank you for the 5, I appreciate it. Johnny Silvestri, that's who you're talking about. Yeah, the one from the Colleen case. Yep. That's very true. That's very true.
$1 million in damages to be distributed between all of you. Reading the word, he's extremely rich, so the lawsuit seeks $1 million in damages, is quite possibly one of the biggest mistakes you can make when actually threatening litigation.
Yep.
Because this is what a court will look at and say, this is why you're actually hitting them, because you just want a payday.
Max was foaming out the mouth, claiming he could get these girls $1 million and it would really help their case. Unsurprisingly, some of Max's own Discord server was going against him, as it really doesn't make any sense, and it just seems unproductive and fairly malicious on the side of Max.
All I ever was to this man was an extremely rich friend who had enough social media clout for him to piggyback his stupid case off of. This, to me, is quite possibly one of the worst, internet betrayals I ever had. And if anything, it's the one thing that has pushed me severely away from everybody on YouTube in the last week or two.
The leaks.
I absolutely do not blame him. I absolutely do not blame him. Mr. Braindead, thank you for joining Just Saying Squad. I don't blame him. MamaMax, he used every single one of his friends for something. Think about it. With every single campaign he had, he used his friends. He always needed somebody to back him up. But he went too far this time. And now he's caught up. He used every single one of his friends in one fashion or another.
Message from Spencer is kind of telling in that it shines a light on what she's after here. I don't really know how else you can read a message like that. In my opinion, it's about money for her. Some of the victims in these leaks look like they want their alleged read a message like
it should be held accountable. Okay,
that. In my opinion, it's about money for her. Some of the victims in these leaks look like they want their alleged abuser convicted, and some of them look like Spencer, ready to just take that money from anyone if Camden doesn't have the assets needed for a civil case. What happened next is actually pathetic. The entire evidence server was leaked, and it's all Max's fault. A random person pretended to be a survivor of Camden Gerard Davis and infiltrated the group. Because he dropped the ball so badly and didn't vet this person well enough, they were able to leak details about survivor evidence that hadn't been publicly shared yet. This all led to the dumb NDA being revealed and subsequently laughed at.
By the way, if you're a YouTuber or whatever, if you break this NDA, nothing is going to happen to you. This guy doesn't have any money for any legal...
Think about it, MamaMax. Destiny laughed at you. Literally. Destiny looked over Nick's video, and he laughed at you. He said, "You're a joke." And believe me, He would have took your side if he thought everything was legit. If he thought you were on the up and up, he would have took your side. You're a joke.
Bullshit or anything. This is retarded.
It's funny how Max thinks these unnotarized NDAs that were likely written by ChatGPT are enforceable. We've all been viewing them as kind of a joke for a while now. The one I signed to watch a video early came with a promotional obligation where I was required to live stream it and give Max a shout out. This is a joke. I literally signed it on a PlayStation controller manual. After Max threatened a lawsuit and his Discord was compromised, Max's former editor released a weird, edgy outtake video which contained gems like these.
I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you. And I choose not to. It's true, though. It's the truth. Like, I'm the friggin' hunter. Like,
clearly.
Did you see? And I think we pointed this out. Earlier. New member. Oh, wait. Was that an actual new member or was that a re-up? I think that was a re-up because I didn't see it in the chat. Did you see how he bowed down? Okay, we said this last time.
This video.
Look how he look how he put his head down after he said that.
it's the truth. Like, I'm the friggin' hunter.
Like he was trying to convince himself. He even knows he's full of shit. He knows it. Deep down inside, he knows it. And he knows he's LARPing. Deep down inside, he knows it.
Like, clearly this video was at least partially in character, but I think there's more to this than what meets the eye. Remember the time that Max straight up wrote that he doesn't hunt predators to help children? He does it because he likes hurting people. One thing that didn't make it into my first video, surprisingly, was that MamaMax's Mega account was suspended and subsequently reported to law enforcement per their website policy. Max used Mega to store those evidence files that would be found linked in a paste bin in the descriptions of his videos. Due to the subject matter of his content, many quickly jumped to the conclusion that MamaMax was storing evidence on this account. When confronted directly, this is what Max had to say.
Like I explained, the Mega folder and why it was publicly available was evidence of predators. This includes them masturbating.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something real quick because I just saw this. Hope says, I'm starting to think he really hurt his exes. Here's the thing, okay? You have to remember this. You have to take everything case by case. Not saying that he did, well, I mean, we know with Haley, there was obviously something going on because if she had police reports to let them know, hey, this guy is basically stalking me, and then when she moved, she would check in with those police departments, obviously something was going on. Plus, he did admit to the Facebook messages and all the other stuff, okay? He admitted to a lot with Haley. Okay, but you have to go case by case, and this is just with anyone. Look what happened with the Colleen Ballinger situation. We hated Colleen, all right? What she did to Adam, what she did to those other kids. But then there was Johnny Silvestri, and you had people propping up Johnny Silvestri. I can proudly say I was not one of them because I had a funny feeling about Johnny. And what did Swoop discover? He was lying. So just because anybody is on a train or they have like story, you have to check every single story out before you believe them. Just because it's based off of somebody you don't like, you have to verify every story. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Swoop went with it. It was like a 6.5 hour conversation with Johnny. I don't know how she did it. I'm going to be honest. I do not know how she did it. I really don't. 6.5 hours with that fool? Oh, my God. I would have cussed him out like 2 hours in going, shut up. Just shut up. So, no, I get it, Hope. I get what you're saying. The biggest reason I think it is because of how quickly he likes to threaten creators, and he seems like he has an off-putting temper, but I agree with you too. No, he does have an off-putting temper. He absolutely does. Look what he said to me at the end of me berating him for 15 minutes straight. Keep talking, Xylie. Keep talking. I mean, yeah. He doesn't like to get told something that's opposite of his narrative that he has in his head. That's why he had those looks on his face when every time Mutahar went up twice on two different went up once on two different live streams. Look at the look he had on his face after talking to Mutahar. He looked like a whipped puppy. Because he knew deep down inside Mutahar was right, but Mutahar didn't tell MamaMax what he wanted to hear. Because that's all he ever wants. He wants somebody to tell him what he wants to hear, not the truth.
On camera while I am telling them I'm a 15-year-old girl. This was made available so that people could see that these videos, even if there are fictional elements, this part is real and this needs to be taken to law enforcement. If it was sent to law enforcement by Mega, then it is serving the purpose it was intended for.
The problem with Max's response here is it's not possible. When sites like Mega remove CSAM material, they are identified with known CSAM hashes. And Muta will explain far more coherently than I can what exactly that means and why Max's explanation is impossible.
Those hash files are then checked against other hashes of images, objects that you have on your local device or wherever you store online continuously, and if a hash gets tripped, which there could be false positives, but generally there aren't, they all check hashes, okay? Literally fingerprints within picture files. So I decided to go to Mega's transparency, and I wanted to see exactly how they identify objectionable content. When an account gets hit, they can appeal, but the appeals are so limited that...
Look at these appeal. The largest one was in 2021 in the fourth quarter, 10. 10 appeals went through. 10. Only 10 were reinstated. This is how serious they are with it. But then again, Max likes to say that he's not the one that uploaded it. Of course not, Max, because you don't do any of the dirty work yourself. You're a charlatan, or however you say it. You're a fake. You're a fraud. You don't do anything yourself. Nothing, except for act in front of a camera. That's all you do. Everybody else does everything else for you. Yeah, you know what I was trying to say, Sniffy. Listen, I don't English very well sometimes, all right? Damn it. I'm blue collar, all right? I have trade school behind me, okay?
And I'm not joking, in certain quarters, they have literally allowed 0 appeals to go through. In fact, their highest appeals were 10 appeals. And this is obviously thousands of accounts being taken down. Very, very few accounts ever get reinstated.
There's also the matter of vetting Max's story. Let's listen to that one more time.
The Mega folder and why it was publicly available was evidence of predators. This includes them masturbating on camera while I am telling them I'm a 15-year-old girl.
That wouldn't trip it, Max. That wouldn't trip it. Because it's going to be things that have already been deemed illegal. It's going to be things that are already in the database. A random video of somebody masturbating is not going to be that. It's going to be something that's already in the database, Max.
Later on in the call, Max claimed that the account was not even his. He had no access to the email used to create that Mega. How do you know what was... Did they notify you what videos triggered this or took your account down?
Yeah, the hash in particular, maybe.
So, like I said, I don't have access to the account. I sent all of my evidence to a member of my team. It was a non-hacker, and they uploaded it and sent me the link.
So for all we know, that person could have posted something that triggered it.
I doubt it. They abandon all their accounts after they upload shit.
Max would send all of his evidence to an undisclosed third-party team member who then posted it for him on an account they would immediately abandon. This means it's impossible for Max to have even known what the reason for removal was. If he had no access to the email, he would have no concrete reason to believe what he's saying here. He wouldn't know why he was suspended. Despite that fact, MamaMax went on to concoct an entire story about how he was taken down for uploading videos of predators masturbating to him.
When you're a YouTuber doing an investigation, you gotta do everything by the goddamn book. The fact that you even have people on your team that are getting law enforcement to investigate you over illegally acquired materials, which can land not you in jail, not just you, but ruin any case that you work on.
Max's really weird lie raises far more questions than answers, but one thing does remain clear. This guy does not belong within 50 feet of a serious story pertaining to actual victims.
Period. Period. He doesn't belong anywhere near a real story. He needs to stick to make-believe. Just like he makes, like he pretends to be a pedo catcher, well then maybe he needs to stick to make-believe pedo catching, because he's not catching anybody. I'm gonna be honest. I doubt he's even really attempting to catch anybody. The only thing he wants is people's doxes so he can put their information in a video to make it look like he's catching somebody. He screwed up one that was already on like probation from something like that. What? Come on now.
Before we get to our last main subject matter of this video, I wanted to briefly address a few things that didn't really fit, well, anywhere else. The first of which is, Max has an unreleased video called My Little Pony, where the plan was to expose predators in the brony community.
Justice for D-Max. I want to see justice for D-Max in the chat. Justice for D-Max. I felt personally stricken in my heart for D-Max when I saw this part. Oh my God. When I saw this, I was like, oh my God, poor D-Max, no. Holy shit. Oh, poor D-Max. Oh.
What happened to the My Little Pony video? What was that about? So My Little Pony was gonna be a video inspired by all the pedo communities in My Little Pony community, like all the bronies. I didn't go through with that video just because I thought it was
Yeah, Luna. Luna said, I laughed so hard what Muda said yesterday about the pony stuff. Listen, D-Max is part of the good 10%, okay? D-Max is part of the good 10%. Damn it.
harmful, like labeling all bronies as pedos, basically. And I don't think I should spread messages like that, like just concentrate one group. Oh, these are all pedos. I mean, maybe not, you know, maybe them just, you know, maybe some of them just suffer mental illness or have traumatic childhoods or Turkey Tom did a video on bro. I trust Turkey Tom. I'm sure he did a good job.
Later on in this video, we'll be briefed by Nexpo about a drama you've never heard of. But before that, he's offered to come shed some light on the My Little Pony video.
Okay, so this is the beginning of my problems. This right here is the beginning of my problems.
Okay, to start things off, I'd like to just clear the air and say that I've seen a lot of whispers about the My Little Pony video. So the My Little Pony project was something that Max approached me about pretty early on in our friendship, back when he was doing like the gaming mystery video phase of his channel. Essentially, it all boiled down to Max was going to fabricate a mystery surrounding the My Little Pony community and
listen to that again.
Max was going to fabricate a mystery surrounding the My Little Pony community.
Nexpo, what did you say on Lyrics' live stream when they asked you, do you know if Max was about faking stuff? What did you say, Nexpo? Not as far as your knowledge. But you knew he was going to fabricate that stuff about the bronies, though. Just saying. Go back and watch that interview on Lyrics' channel. Go back and watch that interview on Lyrics' channel. We watched it here, but go back to Lyrics' channel. Give him that view. Matter of fact, I think that's one of them that got hit on Lyrics' channel was the conversation he had with Nexpo. But go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. All right, let's go. We're going to continue. Because I got more problems with Nexpo.
And blow the whole top off of it and expose, I guess, whatever story he was going to cook up. I didn't know too much about the project, but he did want me to collab in it with him, but he did end up scrapping it at some point, so it ended up falling to the back burner.
Look, we all knew that Max would recreate or fabricate evidence against what he claimed were real predators. He's also confessed as much to me. Nexpo's statement alleges an even more sinister reality and casts much more of a doubt on his backlog. Another thing I really need to mention is that Max directed and filmed a rape scene for one of his more recent pieces of content.
Okay. I want to say that I watched this one because a friend of mine at the time sent it to me because Max sent it to her, I believe. And I want to say that I saw this. I can't remember, but I just remember it being very creepy. It was very, very creepy. So...
This is really fucking weird, and it's weirder when you see how he addressed it to his Patreon supporters who were voicing their discontent.
People asking you not to film scenes of implied children is not shying away from the issue. I believe it is, but we can disagree on that. We are all aware that this happens in your depictions of this. This is not true. I don't think we are all aware that this happens, at least not to the extent at which it does happen. And I didn't even go into detail. Like, I could have, like, there are mutilations, there is torture, there is things that cannot even be presented in a medium.
Just to be clear, the actress who played the minor is obviously an adult, but I don't understand the point of anything Max has made here. How is artistically recreating the exploitation of a minor empowering to victims? Max, you're a degenerate.
I'm just trying.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all my personal feeling on this, okay? And again, this is my personal feelings, okay? Feelings are not facts, so don't come for me, all right? Check your lipstick before you try to step. This is my personal feelings. I think Max has some strange things that he's into. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Not saying that he's a violent person, not saying that he's going around doing stuff like that, but I think he's into some strange shit. Again, let me reiterate, I'm not saying he's going out and doing stuff like that. I'm just saying, visually, I think he's into some strange shit. I just want to make it very clear what I'm saying, okay? Because, you know, sometimes some stuff comes out my mouth that it's not very clear, so I'm going to repeat myself when I say shit like that. But yeah. Just by the way he said... Hold on. Just by the way he said that part. Here, hold on.
I don't think we are all aware that this happens, at least not to the extent at which it does happen. And I didn't even go into detail. Like, I could have, like, there are mutilations, there is torture, there is things that cannot even be presented in a medium.
Just to be clear, the actress who...
it just strikes me that way, honestly. And again, that's my personal feelings. Fuck you, it's not a fact. And I'm not stating it as a fact. I'm stating it as a feeling. So don't even.
Play the minor is obviously an adult, but I don't understand the point of anything Max has made here. How is artistically recreating the exploitation of a minor empowering to victims? Max, you're a degenerate.
I'm just trying to stay.
Midna, that's another thing that creeps me out about it. What a large makeup of his audience is, that bothers me. It really bothers me because he has literally, he sold them goods that he hasn't been, you know, like, I'm the great pedo hunter. I'm here for you. I'm trying to get you guys justice. No, he's not. He's not trying to get justice for you. He's trying to get justice for his wallet. That's the only thing he cares about, his wallet and his ego. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about anybody else but himself. He cares about three things: clout, his ego, and his wallet. That's all he gives a shit about. That's all he cares about. And you can't tell me no different. Again, that's how I feel. Huh.
To the truth, the character is an AGI. That is a spoiler, but it's also, whether she's an AGI or not, it doesn't really matter to the conversation. I just want to get that out there. I think the fact that the actress is a consenting adult.
You know what, Squatchin? And I refuse to call him just another YouTuber. You know what he is to me? He's just another doxer. I refuse to call him just another YouTuber. To me, he's just another doxer. Because that's all he does, is dox people. And then he wants to cry when somebody shows up on shows his shit. He ain't nothing but another doxer. He's not just a YouTuber, he's a doxer. He's lower than a YouTuber.
Portraying a child is the problem here, which I understand.
Guys, the thing that I meant to be a child is not a child. It's an AGI. Wow, that really changes so much.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, it only looked like a child there. Just saying. Doesn't matter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro.
If they feel that way, why would they continue to fund you on Patreon? So, Echo, you bring up a great point. I think it's because they want to vent on my Patreon their personal opinion, because it feels like they are being purposefully confrontational. All of their responses are emotionally charged. They bring up things that have nothing to do with human trafficking. Yeah, let's not gang up on them. I don't want to gang up here. I want to have a conversation.
While the simulated rape porn is mostly censored for YouTube, Max's Patreon offers an uncensored version, and you can find that floating around online. Again, I'm not really sure who's being empowered by paywalled rape porn.
The only way I can make money is through Patreon. That is the only way I can make money. Even still, I put resources at the very top of the description. If you want to donate to other organizations that deserve your money just as much, if not more than me.
This guy thinks he's fucking Rain.
So
he acts like he is. He absolutely acts like he is. When he's not saving anybody. What, because he moved Spencer in, he's now saving people? She's as big as a grifter as he is. There, I said it. I finally said it. I finally said it. She's as big as a grifter as he is. I've been holding that in for weeks. She's as big as a grifter as he is. And again, that's my belief. I'm not stating it as a fact. These are my own personal thoughts. And that's how I feel about the situation. By the way, that, Muda has a bunch of money. And Spencer's always in charge of the money. And every time she talks about the doing stuff for the survivors that her and Max are doing, and it's always we. And hopefully we can infiltrate the cult. And we can do this. And we can do that. And let me talk about the stuff that happened with Camden. But then I'm going to sprinkle in some biological bullshit that couldn't happen. I'll get to that on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the base of these arguments come from MamaMax only wants money. MamaMax only wants to make horror movies. And MamaMax is willing to exploit children to do so. Like I said, if I want to make...
And Stan for $4.99. This is a preemptive donation to the upcoming mic fund. I am going to be ordering a new mic, hopefully next month. I think it's time for a backup. I think it's time to go ahead and get that backup. Oh, dear God. Oh, these people are driving me crazy, bro. I just want stupid drama. I want drama where somebody just talks shit about somebody else and it's like, ooh, girl, can you believe they were up in the DMs talking to so-and-so about so-and-so? And can you believe they outed them for, liking this other person? And then the other person went and told them, and then before you know it, their secret's out, and oh my God, they have a foot fetish or some crazy stuff like that. That's all I want to talk about, okay? This stuff is ridiculous. This story should not have gone this far. This is how ridiculous this story is. This story should have ended weeks ago. But just more and more keeps coming out. I mean, what? Better rename the channel Xylie Gets Based tonight. Thank you. Hold on. Hold on. QTV hood ornament. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. What did they say? Who this shit is ghetto. Rude? ROOD? Rude? That was rude. Wow. LOL, not you. Okay, not me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, God. This is, oh, dear Jesus. Dear Jesus in heaven above. I cannot wait for tomorrow's stream, member stream, because I am not going over something MamaMax. I cannot wait. I cannot wait till the member stream tomorrow, because it will be something that is not MamaMax. I'm excited. Okay? Jaded take. Thank God. All right, let's keep going.
Make money, I'm in the worst industry to do so. If I made any other content, my life would be so much easier. I wouldn't have to deal with all this criticism about, like, I'm not portraying it properly.
Oh, shut up, because you love the attention. You have such a savior complex. You have that white knight in you so much that you just love the praise that you get from your little cult. Bro, shut up.
Instead of crying about how it would be easier to just make other content to escape criticism, why don't you just make different content or nothing at all? You've never helped anyone before, and this tantrum hasn't convinced anyone to be on your side. Max does this a lot with his Patreon releases. In the public puppy stomp video, Max included a vague call to action for his viewers to harm those
he always does a call for action. He always have a call to action. Because he always wants his audience to go and do his dirty work. His audience is always doing his dirty work for him. Always. And it's funny. He'll always talk about how he did a call to action, and then all of a sudden it's we found this person. We did this. We did that. No. It wasn't you. It was them. For you.
he featured in his video.
Even if some cannot appreciate the gravity of what we are doing, they cannot deny that you and I and others have been setting a precedent where the world will no longer tolerate pedophiles talking to and touching children.
In the uncensored version, this call to action was played alongside a prison shanking, with the understanding that Max has faked evidence against his targets before, and oftentimes loops in real content creators like Tommy C to be exposed alongside them. This is really alarming.
That is the world we live in. It exists, and I think anything that tries to shy away from it or only imply it, but don't show the whole thing, just imply, how is that gonna affect anyone? Who's gonna have an emotional response to that?
For years, people questioned, why?
Bro, are you kidding me? What?
Shy away from it or only imply. I think anything that tries to shy away from it or only imply it, but don't show the whole thing, just imply, how is that gonna affect anyone? Who's gonna have an emotional response to that?
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you really, really dumb? Oh my God. Bro. I cannot stand this man.
Years, people question, why is YouTube removing Max's content? If I'm being honest, these last few weeks have me questioning why he's even still here.
My dad used to do as a cop that brought down a fall ring in London, and it's something I'd like to do, but I don't know where to start, who to talk to, or what skills are needed. Part of You Can't Hurt Me will be educating y'all on how you can do the work yourself. And not just doing the work, but doing it professionally and respectfully.
Oh no.
He doesn't know how to do it either! In your previous
Exactly.
investigation, what have you done to ensure that the evidence you're passing over to police is sufficient to get prosecuted?
He's not passing over anything to police. He never does. You cannot tell me he has actually ever passed anything to police. He is a fake. He is a fraud. He doesn't do anything but make stupid ass videos. He's trying to be a horror film, whatever filmmaker or whatever the hell you want to call him. That's all he is. That's all he is. Pigeon salad for 20. How's that going to affect anyone? Who's going to have emotional response to that? I don't know, Max. Maybe the people who went through such horrible things like that are people with empathy. Come on, dude. Exactly, pigeon salad for 20. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And what precautions do you take to make sure it's usable in a court of law? None! They just beat off to him!
I mean, we literally had him. It's literally us saying we're 14 years old. He's saying, yeah, I want to see your puppy. I want to see, like, I want you to ride me. I'm also actually going to start interviewing police local to me.
No, you're not. Shut up. Because that would actually mean getting off your ass and actually going to do something. Either that, or you're going to send somebody else to do it because you're too fucking lazy.
As to why pedophiles don't get arrested, because I know they all want to arrest them. It's just the law binds them.
Max, what the fuck does that mean?
That will be one of the sections of You Can't Hurt Me, is me showing all of you how to do this stuff. Because it is a little complicated, but I think it's worth doing if you're spreading the right message.
I sent him a picture of my ass. And yes, that is my actual ass. So why don't you go to Patreon and support me sending my ass to pedophiles?
You know what? I bet you... Oh, no. I was probably going to say something really bad there. No. Okay. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep that one to myself. Nope. I just find it funny that you see how he said that? By sending those pedos my ass. Yes, that is my ass. I'm just saying that's kind of funny how he said that. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say nothing else except for how I thought it was real funny how he said that. Okay? Just saying. I'm sure that, no, it has nothing, no, Laz, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I bet you he got a bunch of comments underneath that video going, oh, Max, oh my God, you showed your butt. You have a cute butt. Da, da, da. And he ate that up. I bet you he ate that up. Because he likes that attention. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Ugh. Yeah, it makes me want to vomit too. Ugh.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
True.
What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. Holy
yes.
In the last installment of my MamaMax series, we also discussed the story of one Anthony Fields and how MamaMax made an unsubstantiated allegation of predatory behavior against him.
I don't feel he could do anything to me legally for saying that, because if he were to, the girl who made the testimony would come forward and testify.
So she has his dick pic and has timestamps of when it was sent.
She does not have his dick pic.
So what does she have that she could come forward with?
Just her memory. But
well, guess what? Update. Magnetar said he's going to sue him, and Magnetar has a GoFundMe out there. FYI. Magnetar said he's going to sue him, and he has a GoFundMe. I think he needs at least 30K to do it. And he said if he doesn't get that money, I guess by a certain amount of time, I don't know how GoFundMe works, I've never done a GoFundMe, that he's going to return the money if he doesn't get the money for it. So.
Just because Anthony Field doesn't want to admit he's a pedophile doesn't mean he didn't do the things he did.
We already knew that Max Stryker believes allegations in and of themselves are enough evidence to conclude Camden Gerard Davis is a cult leader and child predator.
Well, I addressed him as a cult leader and sexual predator.
Hope it's on Twitter. I don't have the link. I'm going to be honest. I don't have the link. Yeah, go ahead, Taylor. That's fine.
Because that's how he has been described by the survivors, and even testimonials themselves serve as evidence in a court of law. So to me, that is all of the evidence I need to say this man is a sexual predator and cult leader.
But there's also that conveniently different standard set for the 5 girls that accused Max himself of being an abuser.
You provided evidence that was some girl's testimony, and 4 girls.
Jaded, you're a managing mod. Can you pin that? Are you allowed to pin that? What Taylor just put up? If not, I'll pin it. I don't know if you can pin it or not. No, you can't? Okay. I'll do it. Ain't no big deal. I just got to let it catch up. So, dead air, dead air, dead air. Because a bunch of people are in here. 535 of my closest friends. Okay, hold on. Let me find you. All right. Hold on. I'm doing it now. And pin. There we go. There we go. All right, let me get back to the video. Boom. Thank you, Taylor. Okay, and go.
Girls, if not 5, came out with their testimony against you. So by your own definition of evidence, they would have more evidence against you.
What I'm saying is the burden of proof is on them and they didn't provide any.
I even confronted Max on this, and he was unable to demonstrate how these two cases shared meaningful differences. 5 girls said it.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened.
Well,
5 girls said it.
yes,
About you.
after they were in a group chat together for 3 months after changing their allegations.
Wait, I'm sorry.
times.
What group chat are you in? The evidence server with all of the girls?
Thank you. Thank you. I am so glad Nick and Mutahar both together were in that call. The one thing about Nick is you are not going to be able to bullshit him. That's the one thing that I really respect about Nick. You can't bullshit him. He is already about 10 steps ahead of you going, if they try to answer like this, well, I'm going to say this. He's already ahead of the game if he's coming to you and asking you questions. Yeah, Nick is smart as hell.
There is evidence in there.
Clearly, MamaMax has 2 completely different standards for believing women based on largely spoken word testimony, and he showcases an alarming hypocrisy when he himself is on the receiving end of an accusation. We also learn that MamaMax is ready and willing to tease unverifiable evidence in his unsubstantiated predator allegations. Evidence Max knows damn well he is not in possession of.
So do you have any evidence proving he's a pedophile? Because you didn't show it in your video.
What do you want? His dick pic?
No. What? I want evidence proving he's a pedophile.
But see, right here, he acted like he had it. It's funny, in here, out in the public, he acted like there really was a dick pic out there. But in private, he's going to go ahead and tell the truth. I think this man tells so many lies, he forgets who he lies to and when and where he lies to them. Because he lies all over the place. Like what? Well, that's the funny part, Breezy. What if Lyrics would have said, fuck yeah, send him to me? But he knows that Lyrics isn't going to say that because then that would be him distributing, like, you know, bad stuff. I don't want to get flagged, but you know what I mean. Revenge P, you know? That's what it would be doing. So he knows that Lyrics ain't going to ask for it. Yeah. Yes, potential. That's what I mean. Yes. I'm just not going to say that word. YouTube does not like that word. I have found out. Okay? Yeah, revenge corn. There you go. Thank you. We'll take a mark out of the Red Pills book. That's what they call it.
I think his behaviors prove that he is a pedophile.
So she has his dick pic and has timestamps of when it was sent.
He does not have his dick pic.
But like I said, we all knew that already. What we weren't able to do last time was establish a pattern of behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, are you familiar with the YouTuber Night Docs? I heard you mention that you do like stuff with like politics and stuff like. I have no idea what kind of content you make. Typically, that you don't really.
That's actually a good discussion to go back and listen to. On Augie's channel, where Night Docs and Nick had a conversation. It was actually a really good episode.
Follow into the same like genre as him.
We are definitely, there is a huge overlap in the audience for myself, MamaMax,
yeah.
Barely Social.
R.I.P. Augie in the chat. Night, Luna. Have a good night.
All that.
Yeah,
so it's more dark, dark documentaries and stuff. Night
Docs, or Jim, was a proud MamaMax supporter during the Pick a Side YouTube campaign. So much that he called in to actually debate me 2 years ago and defend Max's character from scrutiny. But do you think like referring to it as like YouTube and saying stuff like the pedophiles that YouTube loves. I think one of the ones was that, did he call them complicit? Like,
the spirit of what he was saying, yes. Yeah, I know, I understand this. Part of my response to this, I need further clarification from you, though. What is the problem you have with him saying that? Like, what
I see it as
damage is being
misinformation.
done?
Like Max and many of their mutuals, Jim is a video essayist who makes long-form content. He was also firmly in the friend group of Max, Nexpo, Mutahar, and others just a few short years ago. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, Nick, what happened to this up-and-coming YouTuber with all of these widely successful friends and connections? The reality was, Nightox was cast out of his social circle because Max spread rumors that he was a bad father, a creep to women, and worst of all, a pedophile. You were one of MamaMax's biggest defenders. You even debated me on a live stream 2 years ago. But you've even told me offline that he lived rent-free in your house for months. Can you explain the allegations that Max has made against you to the best of your ability and respond as necessary? Yeah.
His allegations against me range from I'm a neglectful parent to I am a creep, that I'm a pedophile. Essentially, the one that I was most bothered by really was when he was calling me a pedophile. He wasn't.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone let you live in his house rent-free? Rent-free. Have your girlfriend move in with you rent-free, and you go, psst, psst, hush, hush. Hey, you know Night Doc's a pedo. He doesn't take care of his kids. Can you imagine doing that? Can you imagine doing that? And you're the pedo hunter? So how come you didn't expose it then? If it was the truth. Wouldn't that be kind of like your job? I mean, what?
Saying it publicly. None of the allegations he had against me were said publicly. He was doing it all behind the scenes with the people that I was closest to. I mean, I opened my home to this guy. I let him live not paying a dime in rent. He didn't do any chores. He didn't pay any rent. He really didn't do anything. So like if he's complaining about how one time he fed my kids breakfast or whatever, he owed my kids breakfast, lunch, and dinner every time I had them. And he never once offered to compensate me or do anything in return either.
You heard that correctly. Not only did Max allege to have a predator friend that you never heard about, Max lived in his home by choice and rent-free for months. So how does it make you feel that he called you a pedophile? And I'm pretty sure you have, I don't want to say specific ages, but you have like 2 younger kids in your house.
I do, and they are pretty little. One is 10, the other is 7. I honestly figured after what Ryan initially told me that him calling me a pedo or whatever was like, that bothered me, but like I know the facts are on my side on that and everything, and there's really nothing that anybody could.
He has 2 small kids. And Max walked around telling the friend group behind the scenes that he was a pedo. And he has 2 small kids. How disgusting of a person would you, what kind of a disgusting person you have to be? And it just so happened the people that he was whispering to had bigger clout, had more clout. That's what clout can do to people. That's what chasing clout can do to people. You snuff people out. You get people kicked out the house. You know the proverbial the house that we talk about in commentary? You get people kicked out the house because you want to be right up there. You want to have that same clout.
really say with any kind of credibility that would even hint at something like that. What really bothered me is he seems to have told everybody who will listen about what a bad dad I am.
Did he ever confront you about your parenting? Did he ever like, take you aside and say, hey, I'm kind of concerned about your girls?
Not once. Never. He never confronted me about anything, especially the stuff that's been coming out of the woodwork that he's been telling people behind the scenes.
How did you find out he was saying this stuff about you? Did Max ever confront you directly? And if he did, how did you talk him out of covering this story on his YouTube channel? Because, you know, he's like a wild hunter, right?
I never had a chance to confront him because he never brought it to my attention that he had that perception of me.
Much like his allegations against Anthony Fields, evidence was never released by Max that would implicate Night Docs at all. Unlike his allegation against Anthony Fields, these weren't even made in a public setting, almost as if to damage Jim's business relationships exclusively.
All of my friends, he told them pretty soon after he moved out, and was then using that planted perception that he gave them to further drive a wedge until they were up in Buffalo or something. They were on a trip, and Ryan told me the story that he basically brought me up out of the blue and went off on this rant in the middle of the night saying, we gotta cut Jim off. It's only a matter of time before he gets canceled and you don't want to be associated with him.
There you go. That's the clout part right there. That's the clout part right there.
And told me the story that he basically brought me up out of the blue and went off on this rant in the middle of the night saying, we gotta cut Jim off. It's only a matter of time before he gets canceled and you don't want to be associated with him because he's into all of this. Now, I wasn't there to hear the specific things he said.
That right there, that's your clout. That's your clout grab right there. That's the clout grab. Making sure everybody who needs to hear it hears it and go, guys, we need to step back from him. He's about to get canceled, and we can't have that attached to us, can we?
The impression that I've been given is that there really wasn't anything concrete that he could point to that supported his claim, only a predisposed feeling he had that he would then bolster with various...
Okay, this is another important part right here. I want everybody to hear this part because I'm about to have a really big problem.
A predisposed feeling...
Hold on.
Specific things he said. Want to be rant in the middle of the night saying, we gotta cut Jim off. It's only a matter of time before he gets canceled and you don't want to be associated with him because he's into all of this. Now, I wasn't there to hear the specific things he said. Every impression that I've been given is that there really wasn't anything concrete that he could point to that supported his claim.
There was nothing concrete that he could point to make his claim real. Nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. Keep listening.
Only a predisposed feeling he had that he would then bolster with various stories that he felt he could tell to bolster that narrative.
So for the last question, don't answer this as like Night Docs the YouTuber or the filmmaker. I want to hear from Night Docs the father. How does it feel to be called a pedophile or someone who mistreats their children or creeps on women? What does that make you feel?
It's really hurtful. I have a hard time understanding why someone who called himself my friend would not only say that about me, but not have the balls to tell me to my face, but instead clandestinely go behind my back and do it in a way that...
He was a shit friend. He was a shit friend. He was a shit friend to all of them that hid behind all of them. And he knew that Night Docs was the easiest one to get rid of so he could step in Night Docs' place. Night Docs was a mark. He was the easiest one to get rid of.
People feel like they're in on a secret.
And if it was true, why wouldn't he do something to help your girls?
If it was true, why wouldn't he try and get me arrested? Why wouldn't he try and bait me with some kind of sting operation or try and catch me in or whatever? He never tried that because he knows that's not what I'm all about.
To corroborate Jim's story, Nexpo has agreed to give an on-the-record statement of what Max told him directly.
So regarding Jim, there were two specific stories that Max really harped on when it came to Night Docs, at least whenever we had our little, falling out. So Max was convinced that Jim was this pedophile creep And he backed up this claim with, firstly, a story about an inappropriate conversation that he claimed Jim had with a minor. As it turned out, this person was not a minor at all. They had told Jim their age at one point, which I believe was like 25 or so. I'm not entirely sure, but that's that whole story that Max always referred to back whenever he would call Jim a predator. There was another story that led to more of Max believing Jim to be, I guess, a creep, and it involved one trip to a restaurant that he and Jim had way back when Max was living with Jim. Apparently Jim was, making moves on the waitress and, continuously hitting on her, and he just wouldn't stop, and it made this, I guess, situation, or this dinner that they were at, very tense and awkward. Basically, every single time that I was with Max during the time when we had our, I guess, falling out, I guess you could call it, Max would perpetuate this narrative that Jim was this creep, and he would always refer back to these two stories. And I guess I just never really vetted them because Max kind of planted this idea in my head that, oh my god, we're associated with Jim, we have to cut Jim, we cannot be associated with someone like this, he's a pedophile, he's a creep, he's all of these things, and we can't associate with this guy. And in hindsight, it's silly to just listen to this, especially with his track record of just throwing out allegations without any evidence. But yeah, that was the I guess narrative that Max was running with, and I guess I didn't realize that he could have been embellishing.
And what kind of friend were you, Nexpo? I'm telling y'all right now, and I mean this with my whole heart. If a friend of mine came to me about Skip, about Matt, about Core, or any one of my friends, and they were a friend of mine, and they came to me about some kind of story like that, do you think I'm going to shrug my shoulders and go, okay, I'm going to drop them? No, I'm going to say something to them. I want to know why am I hearing this from my other friend that you're this way? You need to tell me the story. I need to know what the hell is going on. Why didn't Nexpo do that? No, that's not flaky. That's not flaky at all. That's called clout. This is called clout. This is called I can't get canceled with him. Because I would want to know why one of my friends are in the, if Matt came to me about something about Core, I'm going to go to Core and go, Core, what's going on and why am I hearing this about you? And then guess what? I have to make the decision going, wait a minute, why is Matt saying that about Core? And I need to talk to everybody and figure out what the fuck is going on. If anything, pull them both in the call and go, okay, what the fuck is going on? Because this right here is bullshit. Why didn't Nexpo do that? I have a problem with Nexpo. I think Nexpo went into I need to cover my ass mode. I'm sorry. I got a problem with Nexpo. I'm sorry. I got a problem with him. That's not a friend. That dude was your friend, and you didn't even go and talk to your friend? But Muda can? I'm sorry. I got a problem with him. That's not a friend. And I know my friends. I can tell you now. My friends, if they had something like that, guess what? They're not just going to tell me about it. They're going to show me. They're going to show me the reasons for X, Y, and Z.
some details. Jim, I know you're watching this. To you, man, I want to say that I'm sorry. I know I've been talking to you privately behind the scenes about all this, but again, I'd like to go on the record here and just say that I'm sorry, man. I should have handled this better, and I should not have.
Yeah, you should have been a friend and you should have said something to him. You should have had the balls to confront him and say, hey, listen, why am I hearing this? I need to know your side of the story. I need to know what's up. Because then he could have showed you how the girl wasn't underage. And then that way you could have told Max to kick fucking rocks. Or something. But you didn't even say anything to him.
Listen to what Max was saying.
Now look, if you have a problem with what Nexpo just said, remember, Max said allegations are evidence. As it turns out, Max, the predator hunter, wasn't even man enough to confront Jim head on. Mutahar was the one who would inevitably ask all the difficult questions.
You know what's funny? Nick let me hear this part because he hadn't finished editing and everything. Nick let me hear this part before the video was done, right? And he literally made the comment, I heard you audibly go, thank God, when you heard that Muda went and talked to Night Docs. And I was like, yes. Because if Muda hadn't went and talked to Night Docs either, I would have looked at him sideways. I would have looked at Muda sideways if he hadn't went and talked to Night Docs either. Because this was the friend group. That's what you're supposed to do.
In regards to Jim or Night Docs, there were two allegations. One of them which had come from Max, allegedly, in amongst a friend group, about him not being necessarily the best dad. There were two key things. One of them was him being asleep most days, and then the other was that Max would have to step in and feed his children cereal or whatever else was in the house. This is something that I heard, again, not from Max, but through our internal friend group. And while this one definitely raised some questions about, okay, you gotta be attentive if you're the dad, it wasn't necessarily the most serious thing. However, what was more serious was the allegation where he had allegedly started unzipping himself in front of a minor, exposing himself over a Discord video call. Now, I actually confronted Jim about this one specifically because I wasn't exactly, I needed to know the bottom of this truth, or I need to understand or at least get his side, because obviously I met the person in reality. Me and my wife confronted him, and in this situation, Jim obviously categorically denied that he had done anything, but I didn't have any evidence for or against Jim, and in spite of all that, I still decided to, hold back my connection, not talk as much anymore. We weren't necessarily the most talkative people anyways, but this absolutely sealed the deal. And that's just because I don't really like to interact with somebody that even has that kind of an ick on them or that stain. Because again, I don't know what's true or what isn't. In this situation, I just decided to dial back the friendship that I had. Obviously, considering everything now, I'm more inclined to believe Jim at his word, given the other party. But yeah, those were the two big allegations. Well, at least one of them were the most serious allegations, that being of the minor and him exposing himself over Discord. The other one about him being a father coming into question, I don't think I ever really questioned that. I think, obviously, when it comes to him and his interaction with kids, again, in comparison to him interacting in a weird way with potentially a minor or any woman on the internet, was something that raised more red flags. But yeah, that was about it for Jim.
I mean, at least Muna was mad enough to say something to him. I mean, at least Muda was man enough to say something to him. I'm sorry, I have a problem with Nexpo not saying anything to him. Boo. Big Oops, you're crazy. I don't know. I just have a problem. I know if somebody was talking shit, even if it was one of my friends, if they were talking like major shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I have friends that don't like some of my other friends. That's fine. I don't give a shit about that, okay? It is what it is. But I mean, something as serious as calling them a pedo? Bro. I need evidence before you spitting shit like that. First of all, one, I need evidence before you start spitting shit like that to me. And two, if you think I'm not going to go and say something to the other person and ask them, excuse me, why is this being said about you and this is what I got, then you've lost your damn mind. Because I don't want to be associated with people like that, but I would like to know the truth first. You know? Come on now.
Thank you for having me on.
Right now, your bullshit detectors are probably going off like crazy
Yes!
because this story makes absolutely no sense. There is literally no response that Max could offer that would make this situation palatable to the general public. If there was evidence that Night Docs is a pedophile, why did Max, the predator hunter, not disclose that his good
Night
friend
strikes.
and former roommate preyed on children? It certainly seems like something Max would, or dare I say should, have disclosed publicly on his main YouTube channel. Look, if it was me being paid 10 to 15 grand a month on Patreon to hunt predators for a living, I personally would feel compelled to share the revelation that I lived inside of a predator's guest bedroom rent-free. What I wouldn't do is wait until
I think Nexpo is now. I believe Nexpo is now. When you're saying Nexpo needs to take accountability, I think that was him doing that in the video. But I mean, in hindsight, bro, why didn't you say something to him? I'm sorry. That's just not it. You know? Why didn't you say something? My God. That's a serious allegation, especially when he has 2 kids. 2 small kids in his house.
moved out and then spread a rumor about him privately amongst his friends as a form of gossip.
When I lost all my friends, I just went away from YouTube and all that. Like, I just lost all of my self-esteem. I just felt like I was like irredeemable. There was something wrong with me that nobody would ever want to be around me. And I had no idea what it was that I did, but I was like, I'm obviously just a piece of shit.
So you'd say this impacted your career, I guess?
Absolutely, it impacted my career. I completely fell off. I ended up hospitalized. Like, I genuinely ended up hospitalized. I came within hours of doing something very permanent and very stupid. It was the last straw, and essentially on top of a period of about 3 or 4 years of one traumatic incident after another of things that were out of my control.
There's also the lingering fact.
Yeah, that's I mean, there's not much I can say about that. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. You know?
That Night Docs is a father with children in his home. Reminder, these allegations never made it.
Breezy Bunny, I'm glad Nexpo's taking... Hold on, your chat's moving too fast. I'm glad Nexpo's taking accountability now, and he says he and Night Docs are good now, but it's fucked up that he didn't say anything at the time. Yeah, I agree. I think it's fucked up he didn't say anything at the time. You know? But when it boils down to it, it's up to Night Docs whether Night Docs wants to... forgive him or not. And if he forgives him, that's between him and Nexpo. I'm never going to meet Nexpo. You know? I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be part of that friend group, so I don't have to worry about it. But it's up to Night Docs whether he wants to forgive him or not. And if Night Doc forgives him, hey, that has nothing to do with me. I can only tell you how I feel about how it went down. And I feel like it was shitty how it went down. You know? I think it's real shitty how it went down. Everything else, that's between him. That's between Night Docs and Nexpo. Yeah, MamaMax is a little gossip girl. He really is.
Outside of Max's social circles.
I would like to point out, I do love how Nick keeps showing this tweet that Night Docs made, commentary channels, and pedo accusation is the new Godwin's law. And it was made July 31st, 2022. A proper receipt. Just saying.
Jim was a predator, Max didn't even feel compelled to get the message out to anyone who could get those children out of his home. In reality, the most likely conclusion is that Max is lying. He doesn't have conclusive evidence that Night Docs messaged a minor. If he did, he would have come forward with it years ago. Max's unearned credibility in this time frame allowed him to make unlimited, unsubstantiated predator allegations without anyone in his audience or social circle questioning him. Last video, we found out he did this to Anthony Field, and now it appears he's done this again to Night Docs.
I could literally cancel.
Jim Bob, I was in the call last night on Nick's stream watching the leak call.
you, and I choose not to. It's true though. It's the truth. I'm the friggin' pedo hunter.
So which is it, Max? Were you protecting a child predator through years of silence? Or did you maliciously lie to destroy a YouTuber's career? I'm looking forward to hearing that section of your Silencing All Survivors documentary.
I'm concerned about Max.
Max?
I'm literally concerned about
Max is definitely the most animalistic out of all of us, so
Well, that's not going to age well.
Conclusion, I never wanted to cover this story. MamaMax begged me to do it. I never wanted to stream about it. I never wanted to make main channel content, but MamaMax hounded me. In fact, he begged me, Tom, and Muda home.
No, not
Max's
tonight.
Achilles heel is that he kept going back to the well, and this was the last straw that broke the camel's back. If Max just took our silence as lack of interest and didn't follow up with direct threats to me, I'm sure his grift would have kept going. Ironically though, Max's persistence and unwillingness to accept no for an answer is what led to his downfall. Go ahead.
Listen. I don't know what other kind of YouTubers are going to watch this live stream. Again, I am a small fry in a pond of big fish, okay? So I don't know how many YouTubers are going to watch this. Let me give you a word of advice. Y'all bitch about commentary channels. Y'all bitch about the commentary community a lot. I get it. Overall, the commentary community, yeah, they're a bunch of shitheads. I agree. But you hate us until you need us. But just know this. When it's the time where you think you need us, don't try to bullshit us. Because if you bullshit us, we will expose the shit out of you. MamaMax complained about commentary channels. Then he begged commentary channels to cover this story. And look what it turned into. Look at what it turned into. They always hate us until they need us. But they never double check themselves. Henrietta, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Just wanted to say I appreciate you and your amazing streams. Also, I love your chat. I love you, chat friends. Heart. Pumpkin supremacy. Pumpkin is being a brat right now. We are not praising Pumpkin tonight. Thank you. She's being a brat. Okay? She is literally being a brat. Just saying. No, we ain't doing Queen Pumpkin. Did y'all see in that art that Sakura made where the ship was called Queen Pumpkin? It was amazing. I loved it. Pumpkin Gets Real featuring co-host Xylie. That's how I feel sometimes. Boohoo asked a really good question. So is Max an anti-hero or a full villain? He might have another throat. Boohoo, big hoops. What are you saying? Oh my God. I didn't even finish that sentence. Look now. All right, let's finish this video up.
Max's ex-friend Haley, she'll tell you this is not a new problem for Max.
In the military, we were talking, texting, and then just one day I was losing it. I was depressed, and I posted it on that Facebook, and I said, "Thanks, Anthony Field," or something to that effect. Yeah, I would say that is certainly evidence of something.
Yeah, that's evidence that Haley's story was, I'm kind of inclined to agree, to believe Haley's story. Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to believe that. What kind of sick mother trucker does that? Who does that? Who? Yeah, I'm inclined to believe Haley's story. Yes. Bro. Jesus. And you notice, we said this last night in the stream. Me and Star were kind of saying this together. Do you notice how when he talks about Magnetar, he very distinctly, like, says every fucking syllable of his name? It's almost like he gets excited when he says his name. When he says Magnetar's name. He is obsessed with Magnetar. He is absolutely obsessed with Magnetar. It's crazy. Every time he says his name, it's like how he says his name is just creepy. Oh my God. Yeah, it's because Magnetar got the girl. Magnetar got Haley. Bro, it's been years. Move the fuck on. What's up now, recording? Wait, why are you doing milk and cat? Oh. Look. Don't make me pull a MamaMax in the friend group, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I know who's on that now recording account. Core Master. Okay. Don't make me pull a MamaMax in the friend group. I will start some kind of drama somewhere. Let's play Destiny, Xylie. Okay, yeah, it's definitely Core. It's not Matt, because Matt won't play video games. Core, I'm kind of in the middle of a live stream right now. Core, hi, I'm at work right now, Core. I'll be joining the Discord as soon as I'm done here. No, we're not turning this into a Destiny 2 stream. Okay. Let me finish my live stream, please. Thank you. Anywho, let's continue.
That scenario led to MamaMax getting dishonorably discharged from the military. This fuck-up led to him getting dishonorably discharged from his career as a predator hunter. I ended the first video by saying Max is a fraud, and everyone knows it. This statement could not have aged any better.
Do you think this guy is redeemable? No. I think he should leave his channel to popping up forever.
Filmmaker dedicated to empowering children. How is it not your proudest aspect? What does that mean? What do you mean by fight back? By making YouTube videos? How are your YouTube videos helping them fight back? What does that mean?
You could take everything Max says and flip it on him.
The fact that they're trying to profit off of subjects like...
And stop using the goddamn voice changer. Stop it. We all know you have a high-pitched voice. Stop using that damn voice changer. Jesus Christ. I hate that voice changer. And you know what? If you're going to use the damn voice changer, can you at least pick the same fucking tone? There's like 4 separate tones that you use. We never know which MamaMax we're getting. I mean, am I wrong? Jesus. Like, bro. Jesus God. Can you at least pick the one tone and you just get rid of it? I hate that voice changer so much.
And CSA is probably one of the most disgusting things you can do as a human being.
Yeah, 15,000 a month.
You guys are the reason why it's so goddamn difficult to believe actual victims.
No, you make... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't stand people who readily hands it on a silver platter to people who don't want to believe actual victims. It irritates me to no end that you can literally have someone come out with a story and it's true, and people automatically don't want to believe them. And it's because of assholes like Max. It's because of assholes like Savannah and Henna. And quite frankly, Spencer, you're not helping your story either. It irritates me to no end how this shit actually happens to people and people don't want to even listen to their stories because of assholes like y'all. And you know me, I don't believe in Sky Daddy. I don't believe in whatever the hell you want. But God bless it, if there's a hell, I hope y'all burn in it. Because y'all make it so difficult for everyone out there with an actual story. And it's not fair to them that you assholes are roaming the earth. Good God. It irritates me. Shit. Don't worry, I got a whole 12-pack of Diet Cream Soda that I had to scour the internet for, FYI, for a one that didn't cost $20, but I got a whole 12-pack of Diet Cream Soda, okay? So, don't you worry about me, Kay. I got it. God bless it. Damn. Caitlin, yeah, swap them out with Gay Satan. What? When I heard that in the call last night, I'm like, wait, why did they make... That makes no sense. What? We'll get into that when we get into the call later on, like Wednesday, okay? This is enough tonight.
Seems to be their pattern. If you don't believe them, you're gonna get harassed. He is the predator.
You are the predator. In his video where he's falsely accused, he uses it to falsely accuse people.
Have you ever gotten someone...
You know what? I never did a reaction to Willie's video. And I meant to. I never got around to it. It's crazy.
Arrest him. If I have, then I don't know.
He told us he did. He told us he got Pablo Sunny arrested.
He hasn't even confirmed the evidence.
Shay said we all seen the Lil Nas X video. I'm sorry. You know what? Anybody who don't like that Lil Nas X video, okay, that's fine. That's your own personal opinion. I love that video from Lil Nas X, okay? I'm sorry. I like Lil Nas X. Y'all leave me alone. I don't care. I like him.
He hasn't even been walked through and told the context of the evidence of
Yes.
all of the other survivors, aside from Spencer, apparently.
It's just a whole justifier from him, like, oh, we're making this into content because she lives with me right now, but she needs to be in.
You know it's bad. Okay, listen. Papa Gut's right there. All right, I took my headset out for this one. Papa Gut, of all people, of all of the bad take having mofos out there, Papa Gut even agrees with us. I'm just saying. Papa Gut Fat agrees with us. Now you know you done fucked up if Papa Gut agrees with us. I'm just saying. Mr. Bad Take Machine himself agrees with us. Just throwing it out there. You know it's bad when that happens. Just saying. All right, let's finish this damn video. Jesus.
Independent, so she can become a YouTuber. What's the YouTube channel gonna centralize around? Her alleged trauma? That's insane.
The Nick video is basically all of this is kind of like caught up with them, where it's like, okay, well, you haven't actually caught anybody. You don't actually do any pedophile hunting. The current investigation involved in seems incredibly tainted because you're like very close friends, childhood friends with some of the people involved. Like all of this seems hyper.
Leah. Oh my God, Leah, I forgot about that. Mr. Silly Goose is not on your side, Max. True, Leah. True. Yes, Mr. Silly Goose himself. Gaming Witch for 5. Props to the cameraman going to hell to get footage of Lil Nas X. Also like the stream, y'all. Hell yeah, like the stream. Thank you, Gaming Witch. I appreciate you as always, ma'am. Thank you very much. I still watch Papa Gut because, you know, listen, I like to watch Papa Gut because it's always good to watch the opposition on what they say about things. Sometimes they agree with you, and sometimes they say stupid shit like Silly Goose. You never know what you're going to get with Papa Gut, you know? Like his whole take on the Colleen Ballinger situation, horrible. Horrible. But he's been pretty good so far on the MamaMax stuff. Just saying.
Retarded. And you're like scamming your fans for GoFundMe money, and you're like trying to like do, yeah, it's just like all this basically, yeah. Basically, that's it, yeah.
So now Max is caught between a rock and a hard place. The general public is fully aware that his platform has never been used in a meaningful way to catch predators. In retaliation, the con artist plans to make a documentary called Silencing All Survivors, where he blames us. This is not going to end well.
Oh, I hope you do. I hope you do. I hope you do. Matter of fact, you better come up with a loud-ass Puerto Rican Southern woman to make fun of like you did Tommy. I hope you do with your 5 privacy strikes. Or excuse me, not strikes, complaints. I hope you do. There's a small chance, I'm telling you now, there's a small chance that it's not Max or Spencer. Okay? There's a chance it's not them that did it. But I'm sorry. I feel like it was a little personal that I got 5 and everybody else got like 2 or 1. I feel like it was a little bit personal that I got 5. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I feel like it was personal. And I'm taking it personally. Just saying. Just saying. Very False says racism. Okay, let's be fair. I don't think it's racism or even sexism the reason why I got 5. You know why I got 5? Because I am a loud bitch. That's why I got 5. I got 5 because I say things that can get under people's skin. That's why I got 5. Let's be honest. So I don't think it's the racism or the sexism or really any other ism to it. If anything, it's haterade. All right? Shit. Yeah, it's anti-Southernism. They're doing it because I'm Southern. That's why. I'm a Southern loud bitch, and they can't handle it. Oh, shit. You should have seen my face. I swear to God. Y'all, I swear to God. I was thinking to myself, I told Chris on Twitter, nah, I haven't gotten any yet. And I'm like, I'm not going to get any. I'm a small fry. Hardly anybody watches me. I don't have, like, extravagant views. I don't even hit double digits in the thousands. I hit, like, 5K. They're not going to strike me. And then something told me, Xylie, go check that email. And I'm like, okay. I'm talking to myself, because, you know, women do that. We talk to ourselves all the time, right? And I'm like, Xylie, go check that email. And I'm like, okay, let me go check that email. And I went and checked that email, and I wish y'all could have seen my face when I was like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh my God, I got 5. So I'm clicking the links where they're saying that in my video, like, because they give you a link that gives you a timestamp of the privacy complaint. And I'm like, 1, 2, holy shit, what? Oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, damn, well, shit. So I had to go take screenshots and shit. shit. It was funny. I mean, now I'm looking back at it thinking it's funny, but, you know, it's bullshit.
Well, people keep saying that his one singular chance at redemption would be to catch Camden Gerard Davis, but even that is already out of Max's hands. The reality is, and it's no secret, many of the girls have already decided to work with Mudahar instead, and he's now personally advising them. Any arrest that could come from this situation will correctly be credited to both the individual survivor and Mudahar respectively. Simultaneously, I'm just gonna come out and say it, Turkey Tom is working on a massive video exposing Camden and what he believes is an actual cult. This video on release will wipe Max's coverage into obscurity as his—
I have no idea what that video was about, okay? The video
simultaneously, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Turkey Tom is working on a massive video exposing Camden and what he believes is an actual cult.
Okay, Nick said last night it's like a two-parter. I am actually kind of excited for this video, or these videos. Videos or video, I can't remember. But I'm actually excited to see this. I can't wait to see this. And you know we're going to review it, obviously. Y'all know we're going to review it. Because I'm going to keep talking, Max. You know I'm going to review this. So.
This video on release will wipe Max's coverage into obscurity, as his channel doesn't even appear when you look up his name in search results on YouTube anymore. So to summarize, Max, you weren't just exposed, you were more or less erased. I showed the internet that you're a total fraud, Mudahar took over your case, and Tom will be spreading awareness farther than your own channel could reach in its prime. The case is closed, dog. It's over.
Hey, Nicholas DeOrio.
Nick is such a dick for this. Nick is such a little shit. He is a little meatball. That's what I like to call Nick. Nick is a little meatball for this. Fortnite Code DeOrio. He's such a little shit. Well, I call him little because he's younger than me. I'm like 20 years older than him. He's a little dumpling. No, he's a little meatball. He's Italian. You know, he's a little meatball. Oh, God. Now, hey, Fortnite Code DeOrio. You play Fortnite, use Code DeOrio. Shit.
This shit's on.
Eagle-eyed viewers might remember that I promised to leak the full recording of our Discord interview with Max and Spencer. So for the people in the house, let's say the brother and the mother, are they aware that you were 16?
I got so infuriated with that. Oh my God. I still haven't finished my notes on that. That's what I'm working on Tuesday. That's why I'm not streaming on Tuesday. Because I have to get all my timestamps together of all my downloaded videos I have. I have to get all the timestamps together, and we're going to go through Spencer's story. So I might have to do a two-parter on the call. I don't know. Because the first half of that call is Spencer. And we're going to spend a lot of time with Spencer. So we might actually do 2 streams when talking about that call. I'm letting y'all know now. Because I have to gather up all the timestamps. Because I ain't letting this shit fly. I am not letting this shit fly. I refuse. Wait, we doing the podcast too? What do you mean we're doing the podcast too? What are you talking about? No, I ain't doing that damn podcast. I've already got 30 pages of notes on that damn podcast. No, we're going to get timestamps from the podcast. I've already watched the podcast and took notes. It took me 3 days because I was getting upset.
His brother knew I was there. I don't know if he knew how old I was. I don't think he really cared either way.
And the mother?
He was primarily at work. I primarily hid most of the time when she was there. I want
to know. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't do this. What did you do on his mom's day off? Because I can't imagine this woman worked 7 nights out of the week. Because you said she mostly worked at night. You were, and you would sleep during the day. Okay? I can't imagine this woman worked 7 nights a week. What did you do on her days off? Just keep that question in the back of your mind. What did she do on her days off? I'm just saying. I can't believe that woman worked 7 nights a week. She had to have had a day off. Did she have a sick day during it? What did she do? I'm trying to figure that out. It makes no sense. No, it was 2 beds and a master bedroom with a bathroom. It was actually a 3-bedroom house, not a 2-bedroom house. Skeleton bones for 2. She probably shook. Okay, we don't do that here. I know I made the Papa Gut joke, but we don't do that here. Thank you for the 2. You almost got me to read that. You almost got me to read that shit. Oh, God. Lord, oh, my God. I am not reading what y'all are typing. We're going to continue, and I'm not looking at chat the rest of the time. I refuse.
That, or I would sleep during the day while she was home.
She was unaware that you were there for 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Depending on when you watch this video, that might already have been posted. Look in the description for more information. Thank you to NightDocs, Nexpo, and Mutahar for appearing in this video to testify against Max's character. Thank you to everyone else who spread the word about the story. I think we've made a difference here. But one more thing before we close the door on Max completely. Did you know that Max...
I love this part. Oh my God. I love this part. This is going to... We are going uninterrupted with this part. I am not stopping it with this part. We are going to live in the glory of this part, okay? I'm sorry. Are y'all ready? Are you ready for the universe? For the pedo universe?
Almost took his fans into the pedoverse.
The MamaMax universe takes place in a dystopian future where child predators have seized global power. The MamaMax universe, MamaMax universe, MamaMax universe,
There was an idea. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if they could become something more. See if they could work together when we needed them to fight the battles that we never could.
Hey, again, guys, 2 videos in the same year.
I love that. And then the scroll, and then like how the Marvel, you know, where they usually put like the different comic strips and stuff like that, and it was like MamaMax. I'm sorry, that was my favorite part of the whole video. That last part was my favorite part of the whole video. Oh my God, job well done. Welcome back, Nicholas DeOrio, dude. Welcome back. He is back. My God. Commentary community is back, baby. Oh, shit. That was hilarious. That's the ending I needed after having the brain aneurysm on all the other fuck shit that happened. Oh, my God. Yeah, Tipster is always the ending.
Oh, geez. I don't know what we're gonna do next or when you're going to see me. Maybe Keffels will let me start my own polyamorous cinematic universe. Mrs. Tip, can we start a polycule? Babe, imagine how many versions of Keffels exist in the entire multiverse. Wiggly supremacy!
When I said...
Nick is literally... Oh, God. Nick is shady. All right? Nick... If Nick was a woman, he literally... Okay, no. Scratch that. Nick literally embodies shady lady tendencies. He is shady as hell. Even the smallest things he puts in a video, just look for his shadiness. Look for a particular screenshot going, this is what you did say about us. Yes, Nick is an anti-hero. He has anti-hero tendencies, yes. He is a shady little shit. He's shady as hell. He's fueled by spite. He really is. But that's good though, because you know what? Spite, like with me, I live off of caffeine, nicotine, and spite. Spite is what makes me feel alive. Nick is the Deadpool of the pedo hunter universe or multiverse. True. Oh my god. Okay, anything else, guys, before we get out of here? Because I'm tired, and it looks like I need to maybe upload a bunch of videos up on Rumble. You know, he is our Regina George. He really is. He really is he is our own Regina George. Damn right, Squatchin'. All right, well, I am going to get out of here. And, well, don't be like MamaMax and keep it real. Oh, and, try not to give me a 6 privacy complaint. I already got 5. Jesus Christ.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name, I just wanna be famous. But I don't want that cheap fame, no, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs a man, a septic.